Okay, so today we made a budget standard deck, and this deck is green-black removal, and it's mainly based around enchantments.
In our deck, we have 4 Hateful Eidolons, 4 Ophelia the Cacophonies, 4 Setessan Champions, 4 Polukranos Unchained, 4 Magus' Grasp, 4 Agonizing Remorse, 4 Myers Grasp, 4 Elspeth's Nightmare, 4 Inevitable End, and a bunch of lands and 2 Garruk Cursed Huntsman.
Because this deck is mostly based around enchantments and specifically enchantment auras, Hateful Eidolon is a really good card to get some sweet card advantage from using auras to kill our opponent's creatures.
We also have Ephemia the Cacophony, which works well when you have already played auras that killed your opponent's creatures, so then you can just exile them from your graveyard to get a 2/2 each turn.
This is our main card advantage engine because every time we cast one of our 24 auras, you get to draw a card. It can also be good because it's one of our few creatures, it can finish off the game.
Our next card is Polukranos. This card works well because it is our finisher and it can finish off our opponent, and with its 3 mana ability that fights another target creature, you can kill all their creatures.
This is one of our many auras that are used to either buff our creatures, but most of the time we're going to be using them to kill our opponent's creatures.
This card is just used because you can see all your opponent's hands, so you can see what they plan to do, and it can get rid of any cards that might work really good against this deck.
This is another one of our enchantments that's used to remove the opponent's creatures.
Elspeth's Nightmare does 3 things. It destroys your opponent's creatures, it makes your opponent discard cards, and it exiles their graveyard.
This is another one of our removal enchantments, but this one's a bit different than the other ones. Instead of giving the creatures minus something, it just makes them sacrifice their own creature. So you generally want to be putting it on one of their best creatures so they can't just sacrifice it. So they have to keep sacrificing more and more creatures.
Garruk Cursed Huntsman is really good because it can destroy your opponent's creatures while drawing cards, and it can just create creatures or buff up your creatures. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe and comment what we should do next.
Red Bull gives you wings!